Mustafa, thank you for joining CNBC. I want to kick off by asking you about Egypt. You've been investing in that country for many years. How would you describe the investment climate today?
Sure. I mean, yeah, Egypt's been, especially at least for our MENA-focused funds, has been a core geography in terms of investment. It's a market we've been investing in since probably about 2006. We've got quite a few investments there, and we invested ahead of the revolution, through the revolution, and post-revolution. I think the interesting thing about Egypt today, and it ties back to how Egypt has been historically, it's a large and diversified economy with a large population. So if you're looking at consumer-driven businesses, it's a very relevant geography in the context of MENA or emerging markets in general. The other thing is, obviously, Egypt went through a very turbulent period. I think if one were to look at it where it is today, the long-term trend and the long-term dynamics around the demographics hold. There is a recovery. It may be a rocky recovery, but we feel that the foundation and the base is there for that recovery to happen. I think the interesting thing about the business sentiment in the country right now is everybody's looking forward as opposed to looking backward. People want to get on. I think there's there's a sense of confidence that's slowly coming back in terms of the investment community and the business community in general. Local businesses are investing in their businesses again. It was a complete standstill probably for the past 4 years, so we think it's an interesting inflection point.
Talk to me about this Egyptian biscuit company you were interested in purchasing, and that deal went nowhere. What happened?
Oh, it didn't go nowhere. I mean, it ended up being sold to Kellogg's. So I think that probably is a good example of what I was trying to say earlier when you asked me that question. The reality is, good times or bad, challenges or not, Egypt has a large consumer base. So whether us as a private equity firm or if there's a strategic investor, they look at this market in terms of the growing middle class and the spending power and the consumption power that exists in that market. That particular business benefits from that dynamic, is a very interesting target from that perspective, and even in these what people would call challenging times, a deal gets done, and there's strategic interest and strategic tension and competition around an asset.
You guys do have a global base. Obviously, Abraaj Group is a global company, private equity, $7.5 billion under management. Talk to me about the past year. You had a lot of entries and exits, very exciting times now.
Sure. I mean, 2014 has been a very busy year for us. A lot of investment activity. We've had a lot of exits as well. We've done probably close to 22 deals, and we've done about 14 deals and about 22 exits across the board in geographies such as Asia, Africa, North Africa, Latin America. We've sold quite a few businesses across various sectors, food businesses, leasing businesses, healthcare, across the board. So it's been a busy year across all our regions.
So any market-specific investments that you're looking at in Asia and Africa, what's exciting?
I think, again, it's the same themes. We like, there's a number of areas that we like to focus on. All of them are driven by the dynamics of these markets. These are fast-growing economies, young populations, increasing consumption power. And so healthcare is a sector that we're very focused on. Energy infrastructure is something we like a lot. We've been doing a lot of light industry, financial services, fast-moving consumer goods, logistics. And this is across the various geographies. So we've recently, some of our recent deals that we've announced in whether it's in Africa or Turkey or Latin America have reflected that. So this year we did a large dairy deal in Turkey, one of the larger dairy producers. We did a food and FMCG producer in South Africa. We did another FMCG business in West Africa that straddles Ghana, Nigeria, and Togo. These are all very high growth businesses. In Southeast Asia, we've invested in education. We've also seen exits in quick service restaurants and other sectors. Latin America, we had exits in leasing. We had, and we're looking at a number of opportunities. So across the board within these specific geographies, we're looking for opportunity always.
Mustafa, thank you so much for joining CNBC.
Thank you.